Coalition of Northeastern Gobarium returns. Haven't had a chance to play in the past week, and I had some great comments explaining how to do this series better. I've been playing on pretty much one-time speed the whole time. I don't really need to do that. I have played enough Rimworld that this basic era of like the intro is repetitive. Maybe not repetitive. I don't play often enough for it to be repetitive, but everyone's seen it. It's kind of the same thing. There's no real risk, or the risk is minimum if I'm not playing like a total blockhead. But we are continuing off where Hammer is pregnant. I have no idea how to deal with this, but we are going to deal with it. We need to start turning this colony into a home. The cold snap has finally ended, and that means our rice can actually start to grow. This rice has been dying repeatedly since we have landed on the planet, and we've been eating pretty much nothing but meat. I think there might have been a berry or two thrown in, or whatever the hell's in a packaged survival meal. But work continues on making the colonists' lives a little bit more comfortable with chairs. The bedrooms are pretty poor. I, again, don't know exactly what to do for infant care, but I think we have some time before we have to worry about this. They are still in the first trimester, so we have, well, I guess really only about 17 more days until we deal with this. Our best medical doctor is... We need to really build up our food reserves just in case something else bad happens. A lot of the really good animals nearby are, well, they wandered off. We're kind of just like, due to this choke point, everything's just such a massive, like, endeavor. And all the good game is either pretty far away or tiny little animals. So there's a lot of inefficiency with the traveling here, but there's only so much you could do. There's always going to be some benefit and negative of whatever terrain you pick. In this case, I have great defense capability, but our travel routes are bad without compromising the security of this mountain. So we're just going to deal with it as we are right now. Our steel reserves are also running a little bit low, so I think we're going to do our first mining bill. I think we're going to just mine out this entire vein of steel. It's going to get used. We need to replace these wooden walls at some point. I've also been informed that replacing these wires with the underground wires can actually stop them from short-circuiting. I did not know this. So we need to replace all of them. And it seems like you can actually just do this now. Is that going to work? I guess that actually works. I didn't realize you could just do that. Is that because of the update, the DLC, or one of my mods do that? I'm just not even aware. I guess I don't need to replace these ones with hidden conduits. Just the ones that are actually exposed to the air. Like, I guess I could have put a wall there. And at the same time, Hammer gets food sickness, which is unfortunate because they are pregnant. I can't imagine that's going to affect them too poorly in that regard. But we have got the mechanoid signal quest. You have detected a signal from a mechanoid ship in orbit. The ship has malfunctioned and slowly losing altitude. By falsely responding to the signal you can make, the ship crash landed nearby, letting you salvage valuable grav tech. This appears to be for the Odyssey DLC. Again, I have not done much research in this at all, so we're going to accept this, obviously. The grav engine is the ultra-tech heart of grav ship. The grav engine generates lift by inverting and intensifying the effect of gravity in a field around itself. This engine can lift upwards but does not produce forward thrust. It can't function far from a large gravity well like a planet, so it is useless for interplanetary travel. When launched, anything on the substructure that's connected to the grav engine will be transported to a new map. Without a grav anchor, launching a grav ship will abandon your current map. Glitterworld engineers use grav ships to launch orbital platforms and build sky rippers. They require massive and hyper-specialized facilities to produce, making them a rare sight outside of Glitterworlds. The Glitterworlds actually still exist in Rimworld's lore. It seems like they're always just like, it's like a faint concept, like Glitterworld medicine and such. Where did this land? Up above. Did those mechs come down dead with it? It must have. They're not allowed. The hidden conduits are now built. The fact that they're hidden makes me like feel like I'm gonna have a hard time actually seeing where the power grid is, but I guess I can always just build and actually see. But now that that is done, we are going to send Stone off to investigate the grav engine. I'm really curious as to what happens. I want to see the new content. Stone is now running across the map. Hammer is trying to haul, but they are experiencing major food poisoning as well as having extra hunger from being pregnant, so that's kind of a really rough combo. Okay, amongst the remnants of the Crash Mechanoid platform, a still intact grav engine hums with energy. You can build grav ship substructure around the engine to create a new grav ship. The engine pushes against gravity. Yeah, I read that. Launch a grav ship by researching base grav tech and building field tanks, thrusters, and a pilot console. Launching a grav ship will abandon your current map unless you build a grav anchor first. Well, we definitely want a grav anchor. Press active. Vagabonds need alms. Group of poor travelers are approaching looking for help. The travelers are begging for 2 medicine. They need the medicine to help their friend at a nearby settlement that was devastated by raiders. You can give the items to travelers by selecting colonists and right-clicking on locusts. The travelers will move on after 1 day. We're gonna give them medicine. We have 30 medicine still. We haven't touched our medicine supply. We might as well be good people on the Rim for now. I know Rimworld is always more about organ harvesting and stuff, but we're not exactly here to harvest our organs right now. We're trying to dream bigger. We're trying to dream of at least having a grav ship at minimum. So we give them that, and that either unlocked a chain quest. Yes, it did. To show her gratitude for your charity, the beggar shared a secret with Hammer. You have learned of an ancient complex nearby said to contain treasure. You could break in and loot inside. Be warned. This can contain a variety of threats. Okay. Well, it's only 1 difficulty. The mechanoid relay has shown itself on the map, containing yet again another grav core, but I feel like that just doesn't make any sense for us. We're not exactly in a position where we can fight mechanoids, and plus, I mean, we just got a grav engine. I don't know exactly what a grav core is. But either way, we're not really in the business of actually meddling with that. At the same time, a wild woman has wandered in. We now have a stonecutter's table. The majority rock here seems to be sandstone, marble, and slate. I don't know if I want to exactly be making all my walls out of marble. I don't remember which of these is the most durable material. If I had to guess, I want to say slate is more durable than the other 2. Sandstone just sounds cheap and quick to build with, and marble sounds not for durability. So I think we're going to end up making some slate walls. So we've got the quest for royalty. I would accept this for Solek. However, Solek is incapable of being social, and Hammer is our most social character, and I feel like they're going to be somewhat incapacitated soon with the actual pregnancy. So I feel like we're going to accept this under Hammer, and they're going to probably take the more, I guess, quite literally, the mother role of this colony. Even though they were only 19, they're stepping into some pretty big shoes. We're going to accept this with Hammer, and that means we're going to have to deal with a warmonger. Well, that sounds right for royalty. But we're going to assist them against a man-hunting crow. And to celebrate this, I guess we're going to be throwing a party at the same time the man-hunting crow's coming. We're going to get everyone in combat positions. I'm not exactly worried about this. No acceptable food. Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't have lavish meals, your holiness. There is indeed the man-hunting crow. Oh, man. Alright, let's get everyone just armed up, I guess. It's probably just going to die on a trap anyway, but let's be safer than not. The party's been called off. I'm sorry. There's a crow coming. You don't understand how serious this is. This crow's 100% just going to... Are they okay? The crow bit him. The crow's already dead. I think the wild person just... They just punched it until it died. Okay, first threat's dealt with. That was real scary. We're going to use the slate blocks to actually make a proper workshop, or at least a semblance of a workshop. I don't know how big I want it to be yet, but just for now, we're going to at least make it just, you know, a little roomier. This also, of course, gives us a little bit more added defense, which is I can never really have enough of that in this game. A shambler? A shambling, rotting corpse is approaching. Some inhuman forces reanimating its lifeless body and set it to murder. It now wander through the area. If it sees a human, it will attack. If not, it will leave in a few days. If you can capture it, you can study it for anomaly knowledge. Yeah, you can tell I have not really played Anomaly. That is a literal zombie. I don't know if these are, like, more deadly than normal people. It kind of, maybe. They don't seem to experience any pain, but they are also seemingly really slow. So, I feel like they might wander in. This might count as getting close enough to the shambler. How good is a vision range of a shambler? Apparently not that good. I didn't even see Solek from, like, maybe it was like 20 tiles away, almost the range of the rifle. I feel like we could just kind of let this thing go and not really risk ourselves. Our food supplies have been critical pretty much this entire time. eating for 3.5 right now. I guess probably going to be closer to 4 as the pregnancy increases. I'm only assuming they're only going to get hungrier. Maybe we should take some time to kill these donkeys on the total opposite side of the shambler anyway, so not much risk, and we really need something with more substantial meat. The first bit of rice is kind of getting eaten by the wild woman, but I feel like they kind of saved us from the crows, so I feel like we're somewhat indentured. I like how they're considered a wild person, but even in Rimworld, like, even a wild person is absolutely not going to eat without a table, just can't do it. An ibex ram has decided to self-tame. I don't quite know what we're going to use this for, if anything. I guess we could keep it and sell it, but it's not like we got a female, so we can't really make more. I don't believe it can pack. No, it cannot even carry anything. It's not going to produce anything either, so not the greatest animal ever, but I don't think they're going to exactly eat our supplies, so maybe they can just stick around for now. But as of right now, we're just going to accept what Randy has given us. Okay, now this is probably too close. I think we're going to all hands on deck here and actually just take care of the shambler. And have Select just come out and shoot it. I don't like how close it's getting. If I stop paying attention to it for like 1 more second, I feel like that's going to be the end. We could probably just get over here and just shoot at it from max range. It is getting dark, but 56% chance at this range is pretty good. It's not like the zombie's going to be taking cover. Let's take a shot. We can back up if need be. Good shot. That was a good 50%. Nice. Already hit it through the spine, hit it in the leg. Its movement speed is down to 11%. Okay, I think I was a little overly feared of this creature here. This is just a normal, really slow zombie. You never know. Sometimes games are like gonna make them like superhuman, like alpha zombies. Is it literally like crawling on the ground? Oh my lord, it's incapacitated but still crawling. That's kind of crazy. Well, that's gonna make it even harder to hit, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Target laying down. Oh, it got up. It's still considered laying down though. I guess because, yeah, okay, that makes sense. How dangerous is it to try to stab this thing? Well, if we get enough guns firing on this shambler, it's going to die eventually. We send Stone out to just take some shots. They actually hit it. Well, it's tanky. Even a headshot only took its we shot its leg off. The bolt actually hit it right in the head. Not enough to kill it. It is now moving at 10%. Still going. Has taken several gunshots. And that is it. Shambler dropped a shard of dark archotechnology. You can collect and make use of them. Okay, that sounds interesting. Worst part of a shambler is the observed rotting corpse and rot stink lingering. We got -12 mood just for that thing appearing. Our first rice harvest is actually underway. A large part of it was eaten by, yeah. And we are going to actually be able to make a few bit of meals out of this. We could technically move up to making, whatever they're called, not simple meals, fine meals. Don't think we can really afford the luxury, though. Our power grid is still really unstable. I wouldn't want all the food to potentially melt away, or rot away. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. Our moods are still good. I don't think there's much benefit outside of it yet. It's not like we have any like real royals or anything yet either. So we're just going to kind of cruise with what we got, but we're going to be able to make a lot more simple meals. Freezer is almost in need of an expansion already. I should probably start replacing some of these things with slate anyway, so we have less fire risk. But our risk of fire should also be lower now that we actually fixed the conduits. But either way, things are going rather well. And apparently we need to have the role, I don't know, God help me pronounce this, to Annapurna Pujari. I don't know exactly how this works, so we apparently need a leader who is the Yogic Mahatma. Again, I'm so sorry for pronouncing this stuff wrong. A leader who holds your group together and represents your faction in diplomatic interactions, so they must be post-Sindhu. And we need a moral guide. I put the ritual spot down. Can I then assign someone? Like, can I assign you now to be our leader, I guess? You're kind of like our royal leader now. Hammer's really picking up the roles here. Okay, I see. A ceremony for changing social roles. A person changing this role will be given a speech while others gather around. Expected quality 100%. Hammer talk about should we use her diet to overcome obstacles. Very interesting. Social skills and how it relates to the role. Well, I picked you for that reason. So Hammer is now the role of a Yogic Mahatma. We're now also fulfilling the moral guide's role by having Stone do that. So the Hammer is our leader, apparently, and Stone is now going to be the moral guide. I picked the two people who can actually do social. Solek is incapable of social. I don't think it matters in this situation. I didn't see anything discussing the need for social or anything like that. But we're gonna go through this. Solek is kind of also our like dedicated killer, so maybe our moral guide shouldn't be somebody who's going to be out shooting things as often. But we have satisfied that. It was successful. I think that just means our colony is going to be a little bit happier, maybe like initial hope, comfortable. I don't think, maybe there wasn't actually any benefit of that necessarily. Either way, we are continuing onwards. Why are you in? Oh, you're always in pain. Duh. We now have the ability to convert, counsel, preach health, leader speech, inspect the baby's genes. So doesn't really matter, I don't think. A trial over some heinous accusation. To work harder, create an aura that boosts the combat skills of everyone nearby. Well, there's some interesting stuff here. I think I'm just gonna slaughter the ram for food. We're not exactly hurting on food, but I also remember shelves exist in this game, and we're gonna try to build some of those in here. Expanding deeper, I know, is a questionable thing to do, but this entire map is like half unplayable space. Oh, marriage is on already. Well, I guess that's fitting for the kid. Nice little like paved area. It's like the nicest part of the base is right here. Alright, the food has been moved out of the stockpile. We are definitely saving space here. I'm appreciative of that. Working on improving the bedrooms just a little bit. No reason that I want to deal with the have slept in terrible bedroom penalty. I mean, we're doing totally fine with mood, but there's no reason not to do better. We're also remembering to put Hammer on #1 for childcare. I just learned that's a thing. Teach child, bring babies to a safe temperature, breastfeed, play with babies, feed babies, carry to mother. Well, I guess that's yourself in that case. I like the idea that you can have the mother have no involvement with the child in that way. That sounds kind of funny, but I guess that's realistic, ain't it? Some basic furniture should hopefully get these out of the awful territory. I mean, this one's already up to doll, but just, again, greater mood things for us. Solek is... Oh, they're doing the stupid-ass love triangle that Rimworld really likes doing, and now they're actually, like, not doing great mood-wise. Well, hopefully we can get rid of the awful bedroom, and the darkness will go away. And you're also working in a mine. I don't know why you're so, like, upset by the unsightly environment. Oh my god, just go to bed or something. Stop. Why are you, like, working overtime? Quest for Junior Salvation. Busta Baracule, universe chef of the Grey Pit Drive, said that his friend has been wounded while traveling. The victim is Junior, a 56-year-old gatherer. It's tempting to try that, but we just are in a situation right now where Hammer, I feel like, just can't be left alone, and Hammer is not fit for travel. We only have 3 colonists, so I think it's too much of a risk, and it's not really a calculated risk to leave the colony right now. So, like, are you so bad at mining that by the time you start mining, you, like, starve? He is 0 mining. Okay, you're done mining. Like, I didn't realize that 0 mining made you so bad at mining that you might as well never even touch it. That's my bad. I'm gonna start growing some cotton. I feel like we're gonna need to either just have some sort of basic thing to trade or possibly to make some new clothes. I don't know exactly how baby clothes work. I noticed that the pants say they're for adults, so that's probably of some indication that I need to make new clothes very soon. Hammer also now has inspired taming, but their animal skill is not terrible. I don't know what I'd want to tame, though. Could also take the time to replace all my walls with non-wooden walls. I do not want to risk a fire, even if the odds are not super high that a fire happens. I would rather just not worry about it. Clearing up our choke point here a little bit, just so there's less cover and we have more cover. Eventually, somebody's going to actually attack us a human. I don't know how we've gotten this far without any actual attacks. I guess shamblers might replace... Oh my god! Oh, they got basically untouched. Well, now they're not untouched. That is just a sea of corpses, and we have no reason to go there, so I think they're gonna stay there and rot. We could potentially... We could not save this person's life. They are... Oh, even the horse is just... What the Oh my lord! Hammer is due to give birth in less than 6 days. He can prepare... Hold on. Hammer is prepared to give birth in 6 days. Build a birth room with a clean floor and good bed. Get a skilled doctor ready. In the work tab, assign at least one person to childcare. Prepare a food source for the baby. Hammer can breastfeed the baby, or you can feed them baby food, milk, or insect jelly. I don't have any of that. Build a crib, high quality cribs, and make the baby happy. You can make baby food at a stove or campfire. Wait, can I actually do that already? Oh, you can. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna need it. Let me also... There's a crib? Yes, there is. We also apparently need a good quality bed, so let's make one of those. And a clean floor, which we're working on it. We have 3 days, or 6 days. There is a mad squirrel. It will attack everyone it sees. Oh, shit. The problem is solved. I'm just going to do a quick wood floor. The slate has been delayed because we have to travel out now to actually get to slate. We haven't really mined into the walls, which is slate, but I can't really... None of our colonists are good at mining, so I don't really have time for this. I know 6 days is a decent bit of time, but I'd rather be safer than sorry in this unknown world I'm approaching right now. Plus, one of our bedrooms is literally unfinished because we had no slate. Well, the room's clean. It should stay clean. No one needs to come in here. I think we're as ready as we get with our current tech level. We have Solek, who is ready to do some doctor work. They are at least considered a capable amateur. For childbirth, that's going to have to do. We have real medicine. Plenty of it. 28 real medicine. At least it's not herbal. Gonna cancel this steel mining for now. We have plenty of steel saved up. We are really now just in prep to keep food flowing. We have baby food ready, made out of rice. It's vegetarian. Probably doesn't really matter enough for our beliefs. I don't think colonists would ever be born vegetarian. I don't think that's how humans work. We could consider hunting pigs just to get a little bit more food out. Might as well. Won't hurt. Just to keep things as prepped as possible. Maybe we do want to consider having a backup generator or something for power. I'm assuming the baby can't handle heat as well, but we have AC and stuff. It's gonna at least pulse on and off inconsistently. Wood has been a pretty big pain. I'm not entirely sure what this like corn fiber stuff is. Maybe I should grow some just to see what it is. Pack of manhunting squirrels. That is actually 3 squirrels. We should be able to deal with that. I don't really want to hide out for this, but let's get everyone ready. I don't really want Hammer fighting. Cover, I guess, also probably doesn't really matter here. Hopefully, since they are coming... Oh, damn it, they're going that way. I need to really build some more traps in general. I'm not too worried about a few squirrels, but they are attacking at night, which I think that does affect shooting. I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely the most serious attack we've had so far. Could lose a toe or a finger, and I'd really rather not. And I definitely don't want to do anything that'll upset the baby. Hammer has... I'm going to actually create an aura that boosts the combat skills. Is it instant? What does that do? Combat command. 3 more shooting accuracy. Oh, it actually affects everyone. I was worried that it wouldn't affect themselves, but I really need to get through this fight without any damage. I know 3 squirrels just doesn't seem like a lot, but I am worried. One was killed instantly. Another one was killed instantly. I'm just going to say the shooting accuracy helped a lot there. I was scared, alright? I was scared. I'm going to get some clothes ready for the kid. At least we're going to just do a kid shirt and kid pants. I guess we could do tribal wear, but this will work. I don't really care what we make it out of, but let me double check what we actually have. We have a lot of light leather. Well, we have plenty of plain leather. Alright, plain leather it is. Oh, what is happening? Did they get food poisoning? Oh my god, now is not the time. Well, we got over the food poisoning, thankfully, before Hammer has given birth. I feel like it's got to happen at pretty much any moment. Quest available: the forced weather and Palette. 11-year-old child named Paulette Saunders is calling for help. She is hiding from a malfunctioning weather control satellite. She wants to join you at Rimville. If she joins you, the weather will be a rainy thunderstorm for 8.7 days. I can't accept another child. I'm about to have an actual, like, our child. I'm sorry. It's not the timing. Not the good time. Look at that. Hammer and Stone are actually getting married right before the kid is born. It's about as poetic as it gets, I suppose. Only I guess you could call Solek the officiator, or I don't know. It's definitely more of a spectator. But they are married. Did not really have a whole lot of chance to make a nice celebration room or prepare any food or anything. But they're going to be celebrating even more in a moment when the child is born. Let's just ignore the fact that we just let a kid die. Is somebody eating the baby food? Oh, great. Just a psychic drone to ruin Hammer's mood a little bit. Rim always knows how to make people upset. Oh, we got cool cowboy hats for everyone, though. Hammer is in labor. Alright, Solek. It is time. He's going to have contractions for a few hours before delivering a baby. Labor may go through several stages of different levels of difficulty. Gather a doctor and others to help. Select Hammer and press Gather for birth. Okay, there we go. 1.5% chance of dying. Wonderful. Alright. Moment of truth. They're going to be tired. Everyone's going to be tired. But we need Hammer to pull through. Only a 1% chance of death. I'm a pretty big gambling man. Those are not bad odds. Oh, God. The fucking screaming. Eclipse, whatever. It doesn't matter. And we're going to have... Holy shit, that happened so fast I couldn't see it. Healthy child. Oh my god. We did it. Childbirth quality was 69%. Hammer's age... Yeah. Chance of a healthy birth at this quality level is 89%. The baby has been given a temporary name of Baby Stone. You can change it until 1 day after birth. Well, I think this is about as appropriate a place to stop as there ever could be. A new life is created on the Rim. Things have been relatively peaceful, almost oddly peaceful for this game. Let me know what skill or what name you think they should be named. I have a good idea, but we'll go with the comments and have plenty of time to actually name them before I start playing again, because I'll have a day or two where I'm not playing. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey thus far.